Thank you, Claire. I wish you were on earlier.
Yeah, we were on some funny business.
Now there's the pressure to be funny. We're all going to be quiet. So,
Yeah.
see. Awkward.
Waka, waka, waka.
Let's see who says Suck City first.
Ding, ding, ding. It's AJ. Tell him what he's won.
You won an all-expense-paid trip to Suck City.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It comes with a vibrating waterbed. Hooray!
Listener, I wish you understood how we got here. But we just turned on the machine, so you can't.
And that's nobody's fault but God.
That's right. It's too long a road from wherever you are to Suck City.
Unless, to be fair, that might be where it's from. In which case, hello, I've heard you have a lovely town.
To all our suckers out there, we celebrate you.
Good news for you. A trip to Suck City is approximately the exact length of this episode. Tune in and happy traveling.
Shall I begin?
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm taking off, still to run. I'm taking off, still to run. I'm taking off, still to run. Our last time goodbye. Drift into space. All I feel is cold. All I want is the power of the night.
Welcome back to Shattered Worlds RPG. I'm your lore master, Jeff, and with me tonight are three of my favorites, AJ,
Hi.
Jayme,
Hello.
and Kristy.
Hello.
I'm in pain.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Stop making yourself laugh, AJ.
I'm trying. I really am.
Oh, man.
Okay, I should be good.
So I'm excited, even though it may not sound like that. I'm really jazzed and pumped and nervous.
I think you sound excited.
Just can't hide it.
Yeah. It's been 6 or 7 years. I can't remember which. And here we are at season 6. We've finally gone to another dimension, unless you count the astral realm, which some of our people did. But this is our first full-on proper other dimension.
Woohoo!
Yay.
Okay, let me start with a last time on Shattered Worlds RPG. The Oakleaf Society agents made their way to the center of the Beginium asteroid, to the prototype drive chamber, where they made a disturbing discovery. A man of unknown heritage was wired into a control rig of sorts, cables connecting it to giant blue structures that pumped energy up to the engine above. Behind the man was one of the fabled null gates, once used to connect distant planets via a sort of underworld known as the In-Between Paths. Gale Zauber made contact with the man and helped free him from the rig. He ran into the null gate. Realizing that the engine was being stabilized by the rig, Gale decided to take the man's place. This resulted in a mad free-for-all of heroes trying to talk Gale out of the thing, and eventually ended with Electo Ashrender staying to control the rig on their behalf. Keziah, the group's doctor and possible intelligence agent, took a data-gathering device and ran toward the surface to make sure her colleague Prozamaya received the antidote he needed following a poisoning earlier in the season. Keziah found the antidote and made it back to the Comet Seeker, with Alecto staying to control the SVA drive. Meanwhile, Gale Zauber, Ebenezer Crunch, Tiny Tina, and Abelard Ondashar find themselves cut off from the asteroid, the Nullgate standing silent before them. Stretching out in all directions is a strange landscape of purplish fog and weathered stone. Except Gale Zauber
Oh,
sees the truth behind the obscuring fog, which is a rainbow landscape. It's like, you know, the end of Who Framed Roger Rabbit when they're going into Toontown in the cab.
oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like that, unfolding outwards, like rolling hills and fabled gabled bridges and way off in the distance floating mountains and all manner of flying creatures gambling about. And the basic structure of the realm is kind of wide, multi-level platforms that are connected via stone bridges to other platforms on ad infinitum. And the platforms seem to bunch up in the direction leading away from the Null Gate. So like maybe there's a center or a nexus area where there's more of those platforms. Oh, and also up above, you can see hundreds of feet above you, just sort of obscured as if they're over the, like on the horizon, there's more of them. But a sort of big gap between your level and those.
This place is huge.
I'm just glad I don't have to walk anymore. Let's put it that way.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Let's remind the listener, Ebenezer is in a sort of walker, helpful loader mech thing.
Yeah, it's the kind of, construction equipment you'd use to, say, fight an alien queen, only Crunch. Crunch is just using it as sort of like a, personal transportation device. Makes it easier for him to get around. And he is planning on mounting a laser cannon on there somehow. Doesn't have the tools for it, but, fingers crossed.
It's always duct tape.
It's like the stairs chair version of the Wonkavator.
Yes.
If by Wonkavator you mean a conveyance that can go sideways and up and down.
And all around.
Yeah, which also our feet can do. Wait, can you make the lander fly? Couldn't Gale do some magic to make it fly?
I could probably do some magic to make it fly.
Yeah, but would you is the question.
Right.
I don't know.
So did you say Gale is the one who sees all this extra detail, and I just mostly see like mist and weathered stones?
Yeah, the visibility for any level of detail is maybe a couple 100 feet.
Okay.
A little bit more. Every once in a while, it's almost like the fog has different densities. So every so often you can see a stone kind of parapet off in the distance.
Ebenezer, have you seen anything like this before?
I don't believe so. It appears as though we're in some strange world.
Look at all these doors and there's so many colors.
Yeah, doors and colors, of course, yes. Lovely detail on those doors.
And you see those platforms just floating up there?
Yes. I
So
see everything.
Tiny Tina's like, I don't see anything. I don't know. There's nothing up there.
What?
And Abelard says, Gale, I think perhaps you are the only one seeing this phenomena.
No, Ebenezer says he's seeing it too. What?
He's clearly bullshitting.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry, Gail. You don't know that old tradition. The first thing you do after traveling through a portal is you lie about how much detail you see. Maybe we just did that back in my world.
That seems incredibly rude.
It seems to be a form of hazing, Gale. It's less common amongst our cultural background, but perhaps in Crunch's... who did you serve with? The Conclave State Department? I can't even remember what we call them, but yeah, those guys. The Diplomatic Corps.
They did enjoy a good hazing. One time they dropped me off in a swamp, and then Crunch just starts like rambling about some story nobody cares about,
And you still stayed with them?
with the promise of one day I would be able to drop someone in the swamp. It's like a cycle, a glorious.
But you probably didn't enjoy being stuck in a swamp. Why would you then want to put someone in a swamp?
Well, they looked like they were having a lot of fun laughing at me, and that was a personal goal. Like someday I would drop someone in a swamp. It does sound a bit mean.
A little bit.
I suppose when you're in the swamp, like it's hard to see the forest from the trees because you're in a swamp.
Because, all the trees are there, yeah.
Yes. Well, Gail, it seems you have a better view of the surroundings than the rest of us. Do you see any particular place that stands out as a potential destination?
I mean, mostly all those platforms up there. I feel like there's just a whole lot of doors. Like these weird white dots everywhere that I'm seeing. Like it's very overwhelming, honestly, to be the one to have to explain this. Oh God.
Crush just kind of like looking up in concern at white dot doors he can't see, and he's like, yeah, that does sound rather sinister. Hopefully nothing awful comes through them.
There's like a ton of animals. You can't see any of this.
No.
You can see vague, maybe like, I don't know, serpentine shapes way out in the distance, dark. But you wouldn't have called them creatures. They just looked like things obscuring the fog. But yeah, for AJ or for Gale, they're all manner of Pokemon-like serpent flying creatures. Sparrows with multiple legs, and I'm trying to think of the video game that has these. Oh, Viva Pinata. There's a lot of Viva Pinatas going on.
I thought you were about to say Pokemon.
Trouble is, I don't know anything about Pokemon, so I didn't want to get stuck in that.
Fair. Viva Pinata is very good.
Okay.
I love the idea of these fucking carnival ass motherfuckers just flying around.
And they don't seem to notice any of you or seem to worry about you in any way.
There's like a Cerberus hippo, and y'all don't see that. Can I make a roll for like a gut instinct of where to go?
Yeah, I have no idea how this would work. I mean, what is the gut instinct?
Like, is there like some sort of investigation check I can make to see?
Yes, you could check your devices for any sort of stored database on the in-between paths or any research you might have done. But I think we've established that you didn't know much about this.
Yeah, no, we don't. I have no idea what anything is.
I don't think anyone expected to find a null gate on an asteroid, let alone
Yeah.
under a starship engine.
I guess objective one is to go see, like, maybe we just find a door and see what one of those lights and see what happens when we go near it.
Well, that sounds good. Lead the way, kid.
Okay, and I just start walking towards the closest one.
Okay, so AJ, for ease of description, but it has no relevance to any compass directions, we're going to say that more concentrated area is east, and then west is where things get super diffuse, and north and south will, some combination thereof.
Okay.
So, you think you see east, maybe 3 or 4 platforms down, some kind of statue that maybe, I don't know, may have some information for you. Off to the north, maybe up near the top of a platform that you got to take several bridges to get to. You think you see the top of what may be a man-made structure, but everything is so eroded. It's hard to get a sense of what it used to be. But we can do some kind of roll. I'm sure we can. What do we call it? Arcane knowledge.
I don't think I think it's fine to do without a roll. I think I want to start leading people towards that statue.
Okay, cool.
Jeff, I have a request. Could my
Yes.
loader steps sound like RoboCop when he walks?
How's that sound?
It's this very okay. Dang it! It's this very distinctive, like it's like a clump, and then almost like a suction noise, and then like it pops off another clump.
Nice.
I've just seen RoboCop too many times, but that's how it sounds. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Head.
Perfect. RoboCop feet. So, yeah, you head off. This platform kind of slopes down a little bit. For the others, it just looks like busted ass old stone and low parapets and maybe a few scrawled scratches of like a mark you might do to like, when I come back here, I know I've been here before kind of stuff. But for Gale, it's like ancient runes piled on top of each other. Like every surface has been ensorcelled, with these runes. So anyway, you walk east and you go between 2 big, almost like bluffs or stone walls, and then it opens out into this downward sloping bridge of stone, maybe 15 feet wide. And it goes an impossible distance, maybe, I don't know. What's really long for a bridge? A mile? I guess it depends on what's holding it up. So here, there's nothing holding up the bridges, so maybe 500 feet.
Oh, God.
This does not look safe.
Hey, Abelard, you can fly, right?
I can indeed. My power cell will get low if I fly too much or hold too much weight, but I'm doing fine for now.
I don't think I need you to fly much. I just want to see if would you mind crossing first so we can see if it's safe for the people who can't?
Of course. So he steps out onto it, and it's perfectly safe. Even though it looks jank, it's like, it's made for armies to march across, basically. So it's totally sturdy. And he gets about halfway down, and he looks back. He's like, Should I keep going?
All
Come
right.
back?
I think this weird looking bridge is safe. Let's keep going.
Okay, he comes back to join you, and you keep moving. Let's cut over to Kristy's character. Kristy, where are you? What's going on?
I don't know. Where am I? What is going on?
So you and your team, it's your sister and a priestess whose name is shit. Whose name is shit? No.
Whose name is Charlene.
I mean, the bullying was awful. You'd have joined the priesthood too.
Okay, so you have a priestess of Zora, the Most High. Her name's Sister Pavana. She wears like kind of loose capri pants, an inner tunic, like a robe, and then an outer robe with a sash. She has a hammer in a one of those holster baldric things on her waist, and she's kind and good and prays all the time, but she's also she has resting bitch face, like she's kind of quiet and a little intimidating. She is maybe 30, and she's going through her prayer book. The three of you are sitting on kind of rocky outcroppings on this weird bluff that's also a platform that's also it's one side of it is carved with all these ancient writings. And can you describe you and Ash's character? Do you have any idea what Ash's character is like?
I do. They did not write out a physical description, but I have a picture.
Oh.
So in the picture, sorry, excuse me. Ash's character, Ash could not make it tonight, just for listener. Ash's character is named Beza. And
Beza?
Yes. She is, I'm assuming, very athletic looking. She's got white hair, which looks to be about mid-back length, kind of wavy, pale skin. Picture is small, sorry.
Enhance.
Yeah, really.
She's very small.
Yes.
She's 2 centimeters tall. We love her.
She could fit in the palm of your hand. She, I am assuming, normally wears her combat gear, which is a Kevlar uniform. Just going by the gear here. She is normally very decked out. Like, she's a very serious person. So she looks like she is always ready to kick some booty.
Nice.
So she's got like a Kevlar uniform and whatever a laser resistant half plate is.
It's black and gray, but with gold, yellow, and white is the family crest
Okay.
of House Ferrule.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's got pistols and knives and grenades and looks like a don't fuck with her kind of person.
And then there's you.
Well, shit, I guess I won't fuck with her.
Mental note.
Oddly, she looks like calm too. She's probably reading if we're just like hanging out. She's got a little e-reader.
Aw.
She got a Kindle.
She does. She has a Kindle.
So the problem with devices here in the in between is that you can only use, like, a device isn't networked, so it's just whatever you have on, like whatever's saved on there. So you know, it's like Star Trek. You need a different data pad for each book you're reading, I guess. I don't know.
So she's probably been reading the same thing like over and over again. It's depressing.
Oh man.
First, yeah, it's like a mystery, and so she already knows how it ends.
Yeah.
Oh no.
She lost her train of thought mid-paragraph and needs to go right back to the top of the page.
So, and the camera goes by Sister Pavana's, and you think it's a prayer book, but it's really like a horse magazine.
Finally, just what this podcast needed. Horse girl energy.
Hell yeah. Total horse girl.
She forgot to bring her prayer book. She actually brought the horse magazine. It's like, oh man.
She forgot to bring it.
Yes.
Oh no.
So, oopsie.
And Kristy, tell us about your character.
My character, her name is Zora, but you can call her Zora. It's all right.
Thank you.
She is short and kind of lithe, like almost bony. Looks like she would fit very easily into like small places.
Like a pocket.
Yes, like a pot. She could fit in the palm of your hand. She's so cute. Like she's maybe 100 pounds soaking wet, you know, like that.
So this
kind
is our
of
ventilation
build.
shaft lady right here.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. She has straight hair that goes to like just under her shoulder, like shoulder length. Dark brown eyes and olive colored skin. Normally her hair is blonde, but I guess just for cinematic reasons, as the camera pans to her, you see she's actually changing her hair color just as she sits there. So it's going from blonde to like we'll say she's giving herself like orange, like an ombre tip kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just doing that on its own. Like she's thinking about it, you know, and it's doing that on its own.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
She has like a dark colored tank top and cargo pants. Very boring. Practical boots. But over all of that, she has this like translucent organza kind of shirt, which if Gail is into fashion, she's gonna know that this is like some fancy stuff. You know, this is something that, you know, you can't just like go into a store and buy. Like this is not off the rack. So this is very expensive, snooty rich person clothes. She has moon tattoos up and down her arms. And again, for the sake of cinematics, you see she's kind of changing them. Like she's making some of them fade like a little bit more. She's making some of them look more like dark, you know. she's kind of like playing with the way that they look. And she has 2 pistols, one on either hip, and they look very fancy, like they're covered in runes. So that is Zora.
And remind me her character class.
She is a tech
Oh,
researcher.
yes. Okay, so Pavana suddenly stops thumbing through her Kindle, and she looks up and kind of her eyes scan around like she's consulting some mental database. And then she touches her chest, and that's where she keeps her holy symbol. It's like a cypress tree inside a platinum sort of medallion. And as she puts her hand to it, you can almost see like a pulse of warmth come through her hand. And she like pulls her hand back away and looks up at you, and she says, "Something's coming."
What is coming?
I couldn't say exactly. I have feelings. This amulet, for example, I believe it channels the goddess's intent. There's something spinward, and she points off, we'll say west for the purposes of this conversation, away from the central hub of the world tree and all that you've already been to.
So is bad?
Beza puts back the weapon she was taking apart, puts it back together, and she goes, "Whatever it is, we should go find it."
Okay. So, I mean, I guess we'll go. I mean,
Pavana says, "Remember, we are purely a recon mission. We shouldn't engage in combat. If you feel that we need to speak to anyone here, I'll handle that part." The idea that you're going to meet anyone, you've been here for months and come across nothing but a few random old statues and like a broken mirror and a few other odds and ends, but nothing of any, certainly no sentient beings. So yeah, she gets her stuff together and she starts heading west up through some rocks and onto one of those bridges that are so spooky. Most of them don't have railings for some reason. Total sci-fi bullshit. If it were up to you, they'd install them as you go. But you're well away from the support structure. Which one of you would be mapping? Or I guess it could be doing it automatically.
yeah, I would imagine that we would probably have something that would like do it as we go.
Yeah. It's an iPhone app, surely.
You just
Well,
you hit the select button.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would just figure that we would have some kind of device that would like do like a little 3D map or something like as we go.
Yes.
Be a lot more accurate than somebody taking notes.
You do have a thing. It's like a beetle drone that if you need to send a message back to headquarters, you like throw it up and it flies and either goes all the way back to them or connects with another one and then comes back. You've done that a couple times. Well, I guess you've been out here 2 months, so you've done it several times, but yeah. Let's say your food supplies are getting a little low, so at some point you'll have to let them know.
Yeah. Let's wait for something like food. This is too like interesting.
Okay. All right. So you head across, you go up one of these crazy bridges and get to another platform. And for you, it's super dull. Well, I guess for all three of you, it's just these platforms, these piles of dust, random spooky creature out in the distance. And you've been told there are null gates here, but you have yet to see one. And you've been traveling for eons. Let's see. Let's go back to our team. You arrive at the third platform where the statue is, and you come out through these walls. It opens up into a sort of cobblestone for Gale, this sort of cobblestone kind of plaza with a few gurgling fountains and this beautiful mural made out of like, I don't know, the kind of tile you can't even find anymore. And it's of a phoenix and a peacock. There's some unicorns in the background.
My God.
And a statue. You see the statue poking up from behind one of the fountains, and it's like really tall, but it sort of fell over a little bit, and so its shoulder is leaned up against a fountain.
Ooh, I don't want to know what happened here. That statue looks in rough shape.
Yeah, it looks like somebody tried to pull it out of its mount or something, or maybe something flying hit it, because there's a little bit of leg left in the ground where it fell backwards.
Guys, follow me. I want to see what's up with this statue. Careful, don't trip on the cobblestones.
I wasn't going.
Tina's like, I'll take your word for it.
Actually, you know what? Hold on. Ebenezer, here, I take my Virtua goggles off and put them on his head. Does that fix anything? Can you see?
Oh, no, this is purely like some wizard shit.
Oh, yeah, no. I just I feel like AJ knew that was not going to be a great move, but Gail's just like trying to figure out what the hell the block is.
So, Crunch, you've got these Virtua goggles.
All right, can you see the cobblestones?
No. But thank you for the lovely present. I will get you something as soon as we get out of this vast, desolate, boggy wasteland.
Don't worry about it. Anyway, I want to look at that statue. I want to see if it has any like inscriptions on it.
Cool. So it's kind of a satyr-like being with like hoof-like feet and I don't know, a hairy chest. Must have been painted at one point, but they're like flaking off. It had like realistic pubic hair and everything. But yeah, you can't tell anything about it other than that it's not human.
That's what I always look for in a statue.
Realistic pubic hair?
Yeah, realistic pubic hair. It's so important. You need to get the details just right. Because if you don't get fine enough, it just looks like a block.
It's also a great indicator of the level of artistry. Just how well you can do the short and curlies.
It's the last. It's like the final trial of being a sculptor.
Mm-hmm. Everybody thinks it's like the hands or the feet. No, it's short and curlies.
This looks like something straight out of a fantasy book. I don't think I've seen anything like this.
Meanwhile, Crunch, it just looks like a tall guy with no face. Eroded. Nothing special.
I mean, it's all right. I'm not sure I would put this sort of image on my cover of one of my books.
Not a fan of goats.
Tina's like, you write books?
Instead of answering at the mention of goats, Crunch just gets this like 1,000-yard stare. And he's like, no, not particularly.
Forgot about the goat. I forgot about that.
A fucking goat. Okay, Kristy, you're about halfway across this bridge, and Beza goes shh, and like crouches down and holds up a hand for you all to stop. Pavana squats down next to you, and she says, "Motion up ahead." And you can see. Do you have any light sources? You for AJ and Jayme?
Is it dark enough that we would like need them?
Yeah.
No, it's a little dim. But those virtual goggles were waving all around. They might have caught some dim light.
Yeah, I think I would have told Crunch to turn on the high beams as they were.
Plus, your loader also has high beams.
Oh yeah, Crunch should have those cranked up to maximum. Like, no matter how much it reduces visibility, he just insists on it.
Mm-hmm.
If he doesn't have them on, he legally can't drive.
So, Kristy, yeah, you spot some light flashing about up on the next platform where the statue is that you saw from a distance.
Okay. She will scout ahead.
Okay. Beza draws her submachine gun and trains it on that position as you slip forward. Give me a stealth roll.
27.
Ooh, that's good. Tina and Ondashar don't detect you, but Gale and Crunch, give me a light check. +2 if you have combat awareness.
I do not. Could
Gale
somebody?
does not.
Would someone mind rolling for me? I didn't bring my dice. Oh, I guess I could just.
Oh no.
Yeah, I rolled a 6. What do you got for a stat there?
Oh, I have a 10 light.
Cool, 16.
I rolled for him too, and I also rolled a 6.
Okay.
Thanks.
So,
It's
so
unanimous.
Kristy, you can get as close as you want to them. Like, do you want to get onto the platform between some rocks, or do you want to try to get closer than that?
Zora's kind of a daredevil jerk. So if it seems like they're not here to kill us or something, yeah, she's gonna get right up on top of them.
Okay, cool. So you
Basically.
slide through these boulders and you look around, and yeah, you see these 4 people looking at this big statue of a sort of faceless dude that's fallen over a bit onto what might have been an old water spout sticking out of this wall. And yeah, these 4 eccentric individuals. There's a Zentrite Skyblade. They're like the most expensive mercenaries in the Conclave. There's a guy in a loader, like with the big claws and the lights and everything. Gale, is everyone in a spacesuit? I think everyone's in a spacesuit from the neck down.
Yeah, because we were on that asteroid.
Yeah. So it's some space-suited figures with, yeah.
Big curly wiry hair.
She bites her thumb, you know, she's like trying not to laugh.
Oh, and this truly enormous lady turns and looks over in your direction. So you're hidden, but if you want, you can laugh or make your presence known. I don't know.
Does she see me?
Not yet.
No, she'll stay and watch for a minute to see what they do.
Okay.
Does she know what the statue is?
No, you've come across a few statues, but the only one of any interest is one they call the Sentinel, which is pretty close in to the Dream City, which is on what you'd call like the first level of the World Tree, and now you're down in the sub level, which is the mud layer, and I forgot what the question was. I'm just doing lore now.
If she knew what the statue was, like
Right. The Sentinel could answer questions.
oh, okay,
And like
that's pretty cool.
point in various directions, but that's outside of your area, and so you're a little jealous that you haven't found any talking statues yet.
And Sora and Beza both have like a communication device, basically. Does that actually work?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
local. I don't know how these signals work. It's not line of sight. Somehow it's able to work short distances.
Okay. Would it be reasonable to assume that Zora's would somehow be able to send like the pictures that she takes with her eyes
Oh,
to
sure.
Beza?
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
so she'll take a little picture and send it back to Beza so she can see them like pointing at the pubic hair.
Beza's like, those look like modern people. Like, yeah, they have modern, up-to-date tech. These are not weird ghosts of the underworld. And your group is supposed to be the only one with access.
Yeah.
So this is kind of a security risk. Big time.
Well, she can't say anything because she's like hiding right next to him. So
Yay, I'm a risk.
Yeah, Beza says, those are modern people with modern tech. If we're going to make contact, we should probably do it together.
she'll slip back, like back in between like the crack where she slid in. Can she like scratch on the wall? Just like very quietly, like scratch, like let's have fun.
Okay.
And take another picture of that, send that back.
Nice. Bezos says, I await your decision. Apparently you have a long history of coming up with fun plans and then referencing them with cute names. So
Beza would probably be actually not like this. She'd probably be like, don't you dare.
yes. That's good. Don't you dare.
Are there any inscriptions on the statue?
Yes. There's this intricate filigree of like some kind of gold metal, but it's not gold. in and amongst the various paint where the paint has stripped away. So you could probably scratch away the paint. You'd find all manner of these. But you couldn't begin to decipher it with what little you can see.
I started scratching.
Okay. Crunch, you see Gail, she's got a little, I don't know, a scratcher.
I have a nail pick.
Yeah. She's got one of those. She's doing a
got
little
one of these.
archaeology.
Exactly.
Kristy,
You got me.
Kristy,
With
Are
the
you like
prop work.
are you a popple? Do you just have this magical backpack with everything inside of it?
Yes.
So yeah, Crunch, Gail is scratching away at the statue, and it doesn't seem to be doing much.
Gail, what? This is a work of art.
There's an inscription. I want to read it.
Well, how's scratching going to help you read anything?
It'll clear up the text.
It actually makes a little bit of sense. Maybe if you poured some water over it, it might darken the grooves.
Tina brings out her water bottle and squirts some on the area. Yeah, sure enough, some of the paint flakes away. It's a little easier to get off.
Would I be able to use Elemental Strike and direct some of the water from the fountain
Oh God.
onto the statue?
The water, it's just a faint gurgle.
It's just a gurgle. Okay, no water from the fountain.
Yeah, Elemental Strike is a little hard to wield that precisely.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
basically you want to make a water pressure. What are those things called? Blaster.
Like a water pick.
They've got a compressor.
Power washer.
A power washer. You want to power wash that painting without damaging the structure underneath.
I would
It's
love
tricky.
to power wash it. I'm not going to because that sounds like it's going to break it.
You could take a couple rounds to set it up so it's safe. And so Crunch and the others just see you. It looks like you're holding a hose, and there's water, but they can't see the water, and it's splooshing around the thing, and yeah, Crunch, you don't know what the hell's going on. She's just making hose holding motions, and dust is sort of swirling up on the outside of the statue.
Why are you guys Oh, don't tell me you can't see. I'm holding a hose.
Oh,
So the water is as a hose into your hand. It's holding up the hand.
See what? I squirt him.
Duh.
I hit him with the water.
Me?
Yep.
No. Oh, the indignity.
I don't know what to do here. Would
It's
you
like
feel it? Can it be felt by a mundane? Let me see. This is some new lore. I gotta figure this out.
And the stakes
No,
are
you
so
don't.
high.
You don't
Roll
feel
to
anything.
disbelieve.
Is he wet to me or is he?
Oh, you go up and touch him. No, sure enough, the water does not seem to affect.
It's not getting you
But your
wet.
hands feel wet and clammy, so you don't know what's going on.
Do her hands feel wet and clammy when she's touching me?
Yes.
Gosh, I think they must. Yep, they must.
Well, because it's my hands, so if
yeah.
my hands are feeling something, it has to transfer over, right?
This is tricky. You know, there's a Doctor Who episode called The Mind of Evil, and in it, the thing creates psychic fears, and the people die from whatever they're afraid of. And so, like, they develop physical symptoms of that death. Like somebody's drowning and like water comes out. But it's like, where did that water come from? That water does not exist. Like,
Yeah.
it's that weird nebulous place we're in right now.
All right.
Clammy hands.
So Crunch is just like touched by and he's just like, Gail, I'm a little worried about you, my friend. Are you all right?
I'm just so confused as to why no one else here can see anything. Like, what? It's like, I don't know, like, what sort of perceptual illusion is this?
I don't know. This is like nothing I've experienced before.
Ondashar's switching through all his visual modes, trying to figure out what wavelength you might be on. He's got nothing. Tina leans over and squints really closely at the statue.
I go back to spraying it, just trying to shake everything off.
Nice. Yep, you're giving it a scrape. Eventually you get down and you see that similar to the walls, there's just layers of engraved runes sort of doubling on each other.
Can I touch one of the runes and see if anything happens?
Yeah. Nothing happens.
Okay, no, okay, all right.
Is there a higher up spot that Zora could have climbed to?
Of course.
Shimmied
Begin
up to?
climbing. I'll need another stealth check for this one. Y'all make your perception checks.
24.
God damn.
God, I rolled a fucking 1.
You're just really
I
focused
super
on the
botched
statue.
looking for someone.
Okay, I got a 15 total this time.
Okay,
I just
no.
used the Google Dice.
God damn it.
You are silent as what are silent things? Silent as the grave.
I think she's as silent as a seagull.
It's not very silent.
Silent as a stealthy seagull. Like a really,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's definitely not a Cleveland seagull, because Cleveland seagulls sound like they're crying out for help. They really
no.
do. They sound like they're going, help!
Get
Help!
me out of here.
I'm so sorry if that's audio murder.
Seagull silence.
So,
Seagulls.
So you're up on the top of this stone construction, and you're looking down, and you see the big statue, and then these 4 weirdos trying to
Okay.
figure it out.
Just not meeting you this episode.
well, no, she's assuming that Beza is angrily stomping her way forward, and she only has so much time, so she's climbed up, and she's gonna lean over and just say, the inscription, it says, what do you call a man with no arms, no legs, is hanging on the wall?
I don't know. What do you... Wait.
Tina looks up and points.
Hello?
Ondashar sweeps his cape back and reaches for his pistols. And Beza steps out into the open over on the east and says, nobody move.
The answer is art.
Yeah.
Oh. I'm still very weirded out, but that's good.
Kristy, is this your thing? Is this your thing? I'm so happy.
Anyway, hi, can you guys see things?
I can see, yes.
Beza is so annoyed. She's standing there, like, holding her weapon pointed downwards a little bit so as to be less threatening, but looking totally badass and intimidating. And these four adventurers are looking up at you instead.
Oh, this is my sister. Her name is Beza. She will shoot you.
Oh, hi, Beza. Drop, and I cast Compel Person.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
All right. I don't have Beza's
All right.
stats
It's-
on me.
I have to do that. What do I have to roll for that?
So this is resist domination. It's a water check, and I don't know if I gave Beza this, but give her +2 for military training.
She got a 14 with the dice, so 16 total.
16.
I just need to do the full math, but I think I beat 16. +2. Dirty 20.
Ouch.
Yeah, Beza drops to the ground, and
Oh no, I just wanted her to drop the weapon.
oh, well, it's on a strap, so it just kind of hangs there, and her hands kind of release, and she looks so pissed.
Sorry, I just don't like the guns. I don't like guns. My name is Gail.
And it's now that you see a super calming presence, probably a priestess of Zora steps around behind Beza, pats her arm, and says, "Please excuse Beza. We were not expected to see anyone from the conclave here."
We didn't expect to be here.
So this is a tall, thickly built lady, brown skin, like hair in poofs, kind of red and black, tied up on the top of her head in 3 like buns, and she's got a hammer on her belt. She's got the traditional cream robes and brown Ugg boots. I don't know. Brown boots, and yeah, she looks kind and gentle. Yeah, that's about it. And she says, "My name is Sister Pavana, and this is Beza, and that friendly presence up there is." Let's say your name again.
Zora.
Is Zora.
You can call me Zora. It's okay. Everybody does. You don't have to pronounce it totally correct.
All right. And what was the priestess's name again?
Sister Pavana.
Pavana, Beza, Zohra.
Very good.
Oh, thank you. So your name is Zohra. Your name is Beza. Pavani. Okay, hi. I'm Gail. Nice to meet you.
Gail. And who are you in the matching?
Oh, I am Ebenezer Crunch. A pleasure to meet you all. This is my entourage.
Crunch.
He's a lot.
Sister Pavana looks down at her data pad, and she's doing some scanning, and she says, "It's wonderful to meet you, Mr. Crunch. I I feel like you look familiar, but I can't place it.
I suppose I have one of those faces.
Interesting.
I like your boots, by the way. They're cool.
Oh, thank you. They're standard issue for difficult environments.
I should get some of those.
It's hard to tell, but you think she might be joking?
Okay.
You don't know, because she's the only one not in a uniform, so... Or no, I guess...
No, Zora's wearing it.
Zora has, like, fancy
awesome
fashions.
shit.
Yeah.
Just for flavor, could Crunch successfully pronounce your name, even if Jayme cannot? I feel as
that's
a
fine.
trained diplomat,
As a trained
He would-
diplomat.
he would be able to pronounce it.
Yeah, that's fine.
So Tina and Andashar introduce themselves, and you're at this tense moment here of like, well, now we've met each other and got our measure. What's next?
Hey, just for clarification, of where we're at right now, all of them are seeing like not what I'm seeing. 'Cause I see like there's cobblestone. We're standing on cobblestone, and there's a goat man statue, and there's a working fountain, and no one else can see it in my group. Can you guys see it?
Sister Pavana looks over at the two of you, kind of ironic eyebrows. You know that there's something called that the group is calling Mage Sight, that the few magic users in your platoon, I don't know, squadron, whatever, this group of troops that's doing this mission are able to see all this other stuff, but most of you can't, including the three of you.
Can Sister Pavana see it?
No.
Okay. So religious magic can't see it.
Right.
Fucking clerics.
Okay. Yeah.
so,
It's all fake.
and technically you don't, just because you're a priestess of Zora doesn't necessarily mean you have sort of clerical powers, but she happens to.
You keep saying priestess of Zora. I don't think they're worshiping my character.
No, your character just happens to have a very similar name to Zora, the Most High,
Oh.
the most
We
popular.
probably should have cleared that up before.
Look, we've got people named Christian, people named Jesus, you know? That's fine.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
We have people named Joshua.
But yeah, so she's the goddess most worshipped by Lunari, the most prominent sort of the Roman Catholicism of the logosphere. But they have adherents from different, what do you call it, expressions,
Yeah.
like yourself. But Pavana is Lunari. And in fact, she's from an indigenous tribe called the Gendari that live in the mountains.
Real quick, as an aside, Jayme, that's actually the joke, is other people probably can pronounce her name just fine, but she can't pronounce anybody else's name.
Oh.
So she points it out.
Nice.
Okay.
Like, it's so hard to say, but
Here's the thing, it's kind of weird. It's a weird mouthfeel. It's like, it's Zora, but it has like a H in the middle.
yeah, it does. It does. So it's a little weird, but it's not that hard to say.
I am just
But then she's like crunch.
Oh yes, doll.
Yes.
I love all these zingers you come with this new character. Like locked and loaded zingers.
So Crunch, now that you've identified yourself as the leader, I guess you can parlay with Pavana.
Yeah, real quick question. Do I have I don't know if I wrote it down, inventory. Would I have like any kind of like snacks or provisions whatsoever? Like a little, maybe like some travel peanuts, anything like that?
Yeah, so you
Donut?
rummage around in your spacesuit and you come up with some travel peanuts.
Yeah.
Got some Doritos in the inventory.
The traditional Cooler Ranch greeting when two parties meet.
Kristy, you ran out of Cooler Ranch peanuts a couple of weeks back. So that's kind of exciting.
I love this flavor. Is very exotic.
Did you come down off the rocks?
If he's bringing out Cool Ranch peanuts, yeah.
Nice.
And Crunch will temporarily climb down from the loader so as not to
Nice.
appear aloof.
Oh, you're like tiny men. I thought you were enormous.
Well, you know, I mean, try to keep fit. He like squeezes his little bicep.
I did not mean that as
Tina
insult.
says that's a mech. He's in a loader.
Is
This is
like
him.
Joke. It's like joke.
Oh, right.
Gale just starts stuffing people's mouths with peanuts so as to avoid them putting foots in them.
Gail's got an entire vending machine in her dimensional inventory.
Gale brought snacks. She didn't know what the journey was going to be like. Last time they took a weird trip, they ended up on a jungle planet.
So it sounds like y'all are getting along, even though Beza is still tense. Pavana manages to encourage y'all to take a sit and I don't know what's the word. Explain what you're doing here, but in like a tender, friendly, like, you know, drawing you out kind of way.
Beza, have some chocolate. Beza's like, I don't want the chocolate. And he said, no, it's the darker chocolate. It has the little almonds in it. You will love it. And I just, fine, I'll have the chocolate. So they're like arguing.
Yeah. She's like, we took a break an hour ago. This is bullshit.
Well, now we're gonna have another. This is meeting new friends time, and that means snacks.
So, yeah, Pavana tries to draw you out and find out. How much do you want to tell them about where you came from, why you were there, what you learned, etc.?
I mean, I don't know what to expect at this point, so I think Gale's was pretty straightforward. Like, yeah, no, we were on an asteroid before we got here. There was a huge gate, and we just kind of flew through it. Did you guys see a flying man pass through here?
A flying man.
There was a man that we helped get out of this power source, sort of, and he flew through the gate. And
Did he fly actually out of character? I think he just
I envisioned
walked.
flying.
Nah, he just walked in. He was bluish, purplish.
I
That
was
guy?
caught up in the fantasy.
In the fantasy. So yeah, did you see a guy walking around here with
Yeah,
patchy
did you see
skin?
some? Yeah, real patchwork kind of guy. He booked it like hell out of there.
So, Zora's like whole deal is like the ancient ones or original peoples or whatever you were calling them.
Uh-huh.
Is this like ringing any alarm bells or anything?
Well, they had all kinds of bizarre sciences and unification experiments. are said to often result in abominations, quote unquote, like people torn apart, turned into things. So the fact that they were engaged with cutting edge technology near a null gate, it's possible that it had something to do with that old technology, but it's not anything you've heard described in the literature.
Just ballpark bad thing or good thing that they let him go?
Well, not everybody kidnaps things they don't understand.
Well, true, but think of it in the terms of like there's a, I don't know, rabid jaguar
Right.
in a cage, and you're like, oh, kitty, I'm gonna let you go, okay? Now go play, and it goes and runs into an orphanage,
Kristy, I did that once.
you know?
Well,
following
gotta
this-
bring it up.
Following this train of logic, Zora thinks that she has captured us.
Hmm.
Well, no, she's what I want to know, like, if from Zora's learning, if she would be more inclined to think that this guy is more like the rabid jaguar, or just like regular jaguar or kitty.
I mean, the way they're describing him is sort of like a poor victim of some weird experiment, which may be all he is, but they didn't really stick around to get to know him very well. So Gail got a lot of images from his brain, but I don't think would have shared that necessarily.
Yeah, no, Gail wouldn't have found that relevant. She's just going on like, yeah, no, he wasn't really part of our group, but we were in some real danger back there, so we had to run through here to escape. Is there anyone else here?
Oh, yes.
Beza scowls. Sister Pavana says, "We're a small team investigating the in-between paths. You're the first other people we've come across." And behind the scenes here, for Kristy's edification, Pavana tries to never lie because she's a quote-unquote good person. But she will use weasel words to get out of sharing secrets.
She's a lie by omission, bitch.
Yep.
Well, you know, I say only because there are some places that perhaps maybe it would be better if you stayed with us, you know, because it would maybe be bad if somebody else found you, you know. So it would be good for you to not be found by somebody who would not be so welcoming of your presence.
But you just said you guys are the only ones here, so is it bad that you guys found us, or should we be upset? Are we?
It's actually not what she said.
What did she say?
Zora said that there were other people here.
Yeah, but Vavani said that you were a
Pavana.
small team.
Well, perhaps it's people who aren't part of their team who might, harm us.
Yes. So, you stick with us.
Andashar says, "It's very kind of you to assist us, Zora." The trouble is, we were hoping to reach a specific location, and we don't have a map of this area. Might you perhaps have come across something?
Oh no, maps are very hard. It's the landscape here is all the same everywhere
It
you
doesn't
look.
look like there's anything like Euclidean about any of the layout.
No, that is an excellent word. Euclidean. I like it.
Thank you, Sora.
Pavana says, we've found a few things. Apparently, in this direction, there's talk of an untethered world associated with a swan drawing. We don't know what significance that has. She's like going through her data pad, the same one she has her horse magazines on. And she says, but I don't have any more information than that. Oh, there's also something about a dry world, a world of dust. And she kind of points sort of more northwesterly. But when she talked about the untethered world, that was back the way you had come.
Does that mean this is a wet world?
Oh, this land is bursting with life in comparison to dry world.
Oh, that
Trust
that
me.
definition of dry. Okay, just barren. All right.
Yes. You step there, you need moisturizer because instantly your skin is just oh my god. You will not be able to stand it.
Zora, this is a serious conversation.
Zora's my favorite character.
Skincare is very serious. You would after 2 days your skin peel from your face.
Ooh.
It's very serious.
Okay, noted. Never go there.
Well, let's not be hasty, because I just spent 30 years in a jungle and
Oh my god.
blistering, skin peeling dryness. It sounds lovely. I could finally dry out my feet.
Blood.
Sister Pavana says, Zora is goofing with you. As far as we know, this is a world between worlds, less of a world of itself and more of a state of suspended animation. These other worlds, I believe, are places beyond the Null Gates, like perhaps the one you came from.
Well, I mean, I guess that's what the case is if we got here through one. I don't see how else we could have gotten here. So then these weird white dots everywhere, they're all different gates?
White dots, you say? And so those are on the perimeter, way out on the opposite side of whatever the center is that they came from.
Yeah.
And yeah, the nearest one is just a faint glow where the one you came out of, the asteroid one.
Mm-hmm.
And then in kind of the direction she was pointing, there's another brighter star, kind of. So maybe that's the next closest one to you. But yeah, there's hundreds, thousands, maybe more. You're not sure how far out they go.
I wonder. Have you ever been through them, Priestess Pravana?
She smiles and looks over at Beza, and Beza says, "There are things we cannot talk about."
Why not?
And Andashar nods and he says, "Ah, yes. They have employers, Gale. Like us, our Oakleaf Society.
Yeah, we're charged with getting information. What? Have you been through one?
Tina says, I bet I could find out if they've been through one.
Oh, tell us.
Her fists kind of clench.
Oh, not like Tina. No, not like that. Not like that. I think we're out of the rough for a bit. I promise we'll find you a fight soon.
Andashar says, well, let's keep conversing. We'll find the limits of our knowledge eventually. And Sister Pavana nods and smiles and says, yes, by the power of Zora, peace and blessings be upon her.
Who's Zora?
She's over there.
Is not to be confused. I know is very similar, but is not me. People pray and they say, oh, Zora, Zora.
Okay.
They're not talking to me. Sometimes it seems perhaps it could be true, but it is not.
Okay, can we double back up?
Is actually a goddess.
Can we double back on something?
Of
Yeah,
course.
people name their kid Jesus and stuff, but you know what they don't name their kid? God.
Oh my God. Hey,
Welcome to the world, Jehovah.
yo, I'm God Richardson. What's up?
My whole face hurts.
So you're having this uneasy chat, and then Gale, you hear a sound like a stone door opening, and you look and you see light coming out of the statue's eyes, and they're slowly opening, and there's this gold light pulsing out of them.
Please tell me you guys can see this. Please tell me you guys can see this. Holy shit. Please.
Andashar leaps backwards.
It can't just be me.
He leaps backward, reaches for his guns, and you see the eyes of the statue have opened. But for the rest of y'all, it's just like a statue with no iris or pupil. Its eyes might as well be closed. It's not that interesting. But for Gale, it's just these beams of golden light shooting up into the sky.
Please. Please say I'm not crazy. What is happening? Oh my god. Please. You have to. The golden light. Its eyes are open. Its eyes are open. There's a bright golden light. It's looking at us.
His eyes open, yes.
Yes.
Is quite alarming. Not happy.
Hello, statue.
You see the runes under the paint start to like flame up, and the paint just crinkles away. It starts coming off of it, and the runes are just like filling its whole body, and it almost seems to like fill out and look more like broader chest and back, and like ripples, muscles start rippling, and it's actually kind of hot, like as satyr statues go.
Does
Yeah.
Zora have any idea what this is?
No,
Like,
you can't see any of that. You're just like,
no.
man, Gale sure is interested in this statue.
Gail's really checking out the statue.
Gil has an anthro thing.
It's fully anatomically correct.
Oh, so the pubes are
Correct.
accurate, thank goodness.
Talk about foreshadowing.
No shadows there.
And finally, once he's fully revealed in all his splendor, he tilts his head down and looks at you, and the glow kind of dims back in. And he says, "You seek a special place." And now you see the thing's mouth open and move, and it's shocking and weird. But no sound is coming out. Gale seems to be the only one that can hear it.
It's talking. It's talking to us. Hi. Yeah, we are looking to get back to the area our friends are. Please, what was that loud stone door?
Oh, that was its eyes opening.
Oh, that was its eyes. Okay, all right. Do you know where did we say we were going to meet them?
On Devarikar?
Do you know which way Devarikar is?
I have not heard of this place. And he looks down and he notices his foot is a few feet away from where he's leaning.
Oh, do you
And,
want your foot back?
I don't understand.
You just looked at it.
He doesn't seem that on the ball or worried.
All right, so you don't know where Devarikar is. I suppose you only know where in between stuff is, huh?
You feel a weird probing in your mind,
Ow.
like worms are digging around in your gray matter. And then it says,
Grody.
"You seek the dusty world."
I seek the dusty world. What does that mean? Is that where Devarikar is?
Most of Devarikar is a arid wasteland, like an empty ocean, except for Devarikar, the continent, where they put their moisture generating towers and their whole force fields and everything.
Okay, so Gale can kind of like make that correlation in her head, like desert, arid area is going to be where we want to go because that's the landscape of the planet we're trying to get to.
You think so, yeah.
Okie doke. Was that you that just spoke in my head, statue?
Yes.
Okay. All right, good. Dusty area it is. Thank you so much. Do you have a name?
Majatolokaman.
Madalagutaman.
Majadagutaman.
Madalagutaman. Can you type it out?
No, you're not saying it properly.
Gale, aren't you going to introduce me to the statue?
Oh. Okay. Majadagutaman.
Yeah.
Okay. Majadagutaman. Am I saying it wrong?
Magic the Goldman, you know.
Hi, I'm Gale. This is Ebenezer Crunch, Abishar, fuck, what's his goddamn name? I mess it up every single time. I'm
Abelard.
Abelard Ondashar. Abelard Ondashar.
Jayme wrote Magic Goat Man in the chat, and that is surprisingly accurate. Maybe that's what Majid Nagoltamon means.
It's the ancient translation.
Hell yeah.
I'm having a rough go of it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
We've got some names. It's understandable.
Indeed.
It's difficult to keep them all straight. I'm Gail. This is Ebenezer Crunch,
Hello.
Abelard Onishar, and Tiny Tina. Hi.
Hi.
Masha de Goltaman.
Oh, so we are not here?
Oh, yes, other people. Zora,
Sakaria.
Zakaria, Beza, and
Sakaria.
Beza Zakaria. Oh, siblings. Oh, hey. And Princess Pavani.
Pavana, yes, sister. Pavana Tranundra.
Statue, can you hear them? They can't hear you.
They are irrelevant.
Oh, okay. Am I relevant?
You are the seer and the speaker. You find the way.
The seer and the speaker. This place gets weirder and weirder.
You hear a yeah off in the distance.
What the fuck?
You spin around and you see one of them dragon-like things come flying over this direction. And we'll cut it there.
We caught out a fucking dragon? Oh my god.
Magic Goat Man!
Magic
Yay!
Goat Man!
Magic Goat Man. This was a fucking episode, y'all.
Yes.
It sure was. Well, it's nice to meet Kristy's new character.
Oh man, so cool.
Zora's my favorite human. I love this character. It's so good.
I love how you like introduce her like just as you're finishing up like the character creation sliders. You're like, okay, just adjusting the hair here and the tattoos here and say.
yeah.
Yeah, she's got a big personality. All right, likes and wishes. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's just years of trauma. It's fine.
God. Likes, I like Magic Goat Man.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There is a lot of pressure right now to be the one person to explain things to people.
Mhm.
It is weird being the only one who can experience the things around them.
Yeah, Jeff said something about Crunch being the leader, but I don't know. I think Gail's like de facto leader.
Yeah, for sure.
She's the only one that can see or hear anything. You're gonna have to come up with those, what do we call them? Wizzo-vision or something?
Wizzo-vision, yes.
Yeah, I'm eventually going to need to start crafting.
Yeah, if you combine your telepathy charm with some kind of lens, maybe you can share what you see with them.
Maybe wish for next episode is just like farm for resources.
We're out there like killing rats.
Yeah. Well, like I just want to like
30 more rats.
I just want to find like a window to bust open so I can get some glass and like start attaching tech to it and like casting magic on it.
Just Minecraft the hell out of this poor place.
Just get some sand from the desert planet, bring it back, heat it.
Just start punching a building and get bricks.
Well,
Coal, diamond, coal.
did you want to do, Kristy, you want to do your likes and wishes first? Or?
Oh, sure. I liked it all. It was fun. I liked the Magic Goatman as well. I liked Crunch like trying to talk to Gale, and like Gale being like somewhere else, and like that whole dynamic of them like in the beginning there, that was fun to listen to. Like Crunch is like, yeah, this is fine. This is normal.
Yeah, that was a big choice. I was happy about it. I'm sorry Abelard blew up your spot.
I mean, we all knew it was going to happen, no matter what.
Sure.
I also really liked when you just appointed yourself the leader of the group. They're
Yeah.
my entourage.
Got the vibes between Gale and Crunch this season are going to be just great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that we've kind of established the relationship that we've got.
But at the same time, like AJ, you're doing such a great job with Gale being like, you know, am I going crazy? You know, it is totally reasonable for somebody else who has been like traveling with you and cares about you and is now stranded with you and doesn't know how to get back home to just be like, yes, this is fine. This is
That was I wasn't concerned until I realized no one else was actually seeing it.
Okay. Any wishes for next time?
I mean, I think we know where I stand.
Well, this is going to make more sense when Ash can join us, but I'm looking forward to the dynamic that Beza and Zora are able to build, because I think they're going to be fun.
Hell
so
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wish for our sibling rivalry and arguments, and
I'm already enjoying
Yeah.
it. I just can't wait for Ash to get here and put their sick twisted spin on it.
Hell yeah.
So for my
I love that.
Sorry, go ahead.
I just wanted to say I love that moment when Gail was like, "Wait, you're siblings?" That was cute.
Just like, oh, siblings, tight.
Yeah. Same last name. Cool.
Missed it the first go round.
I really liked all the new characters, especially, I'm going to try it, Zorha. Wait, Zorha.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's like
Zora.
Z-O-H, Ra.
Zorha.
Yeah.
So,
Zora.
Zora.
Zorha. Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
hit myself in the throat midway through.
Oh, like SpongeBob laugh.
Just-
Yeah.
Just breathe out when you get to the R. So Zora.
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 I
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you did it. You
Thank
did it.
you.
You just did
I
it.
appreciate it.
It's a lot
Yeah, you
easier
did
than
it. It's fine.
I'm talented. I did it. I really like. I like
We're
how
all
like,
experiencing the same thing.
I like how playful she was, and like sneaking up on our crew, and then just being like, "Ha they can't even hear me." And then like you open with the zinger. It's great. I liked Gail just trying to cope, especially like at the end there. Where you're like, tell me you can see like the statue. Like this is the last straw. Beams of light, right? Everybody, it's not just me. I like the creepy statue, like desolate in between worlds plays, and just how like otherworldly it feels. And as far as wishes go, I'm looking forward to seeing Ash's new character, and like you were saying, like the kind of sibling interplay and stuff. Uh, yeah, and looking forward to what weird worlds we'll go to next.
Good deal. All right. Well, AJ's up and about. I want to encourage our listeners to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/shatteredworldsrpg. We've got our D&D side quest over there. Raw footage from our epic recap episode situation. All kinds of great stuff. So sign up and check that out. You can get us online. We're on Facebook and Twitter at SWRPG Pod. We have a Facebook group, True Heroes of Shattered Worlds RPG. And AJ has a kitty.
Oh, I can't hear you.
I didn't want to get up, but she was knocking on the door. She
Oh,
wouldn't stop. She was
Aw.
meowing like crazy.
So cute.
Aw.
All right, Jayme, how do people find you on the internet?
You can find me on YouTube as Brandoff, the off-brand Gandalf, and I just posted a new video. It's a little actual play thing, so
Yay.
check it out.
Hell yeah. Was that what you just did on Sunday?
Yeah. I just did my first like filming an actual play that I ran of the Fist Ultra Edition RPG.
Awesome.
It went pretty
Nice.
good,
Ooh.
except I was sleep deprived and speaking at about like 0.7 speed for some reason.
Oh,
Oh
So
my god,
no.
you
love that
can-
for you.
Bump the YouTube speed up so I sound normal. Feel free.
Hell yeah. How about you, Kristy?
You can read some free short stories that I have up on a website called Vocal. They're under my full name, though, which is very, very long, so check the show notes for a link.
Hell yeah. And AJ?
Yeah, you can find me on oh god, what do I say here? Fuck shit. You can find me on Twitter at All right, real one now. You can find me at AJ_Ganaros. That's Ganaros on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at AJ_the_Slayer. You can find me on my other podcast, Christmas Tide Ohio, that I do with my other friends. We play kids on bikes, and we have a fun time solving the mysteries of this crazy Hallmark-esque Christmas town.
It's very good. You should listen to it.
Hell yeah. And speaking of kids on bikes, AJ is about to be on Omniversal Escapades with me and Dean, and I think Jayme might be there. We're going to play Kids on Bikes. AJ's going to DM it. That's this Sunday, December 17th. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
At 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Be there or be square. And you can find us. We do it on twitch.tv/Omniversal Escapades. Or after the fact, you can watch it on YouTube. youtube.com/Omniversal Escapades.
It's going to be a fun time. I'm going to put these kiddos through the ringer.
Oh no.
Hell yeah. I'm excited. I guess that's it. Do we have any more goofs? Do we want to blast out any more? That's a weird sentence. I don't know how to end it.
I never
Oh, yeah,
want to
let's
blast out a goof on camera.
There's not ever a moment in time that I don't want to blast off. I prefer to be blasting out on a regular basis.
What do you call a man with no arms and no legs at your front door?
What?
Oh, welcome, Matt.
Matt, yes.
I was kidding, but that's great.
AJ's face. Oh my god.
I'm so red.
It was more the contortions. But yes, you're also getting red.
My cheeks are like up here.
Oh shit. Well, thanks for playing. Thanks for
My cat
listening.
just got concerned.
Thanks for coming in to get pet, kitty. And we'll see you on the other side of the Through the Gate dimension. Keep it rolling.
I will return to us. Find you, girl, and make you one of us. I'm taking off.
Shout out to Space Knife for letting us use their track I'm Taking Off, Shield Your Eyes from their Into the Black Hole EP. Thanks, Space Knife. Keep it rolling.
I'm taking off.
Magic Goat Man wishes you a lovely evening.
Oh, thank you, Magic Goat Man. I love you too.
Namaste, Magic Goat Man.
Namaste, Magic Goat.
Magic Goat Man.
Namaste, Magic Goat Man is the leader in the clubhouse for titles.
Yep.
Definitely.
Something Shigeru Miyamoto.
All right, gang. We'll see you soon. Thanks for playing. We'll see.
You guys have a good night. Oh,
Yeah, take care, everybody.
Yeah.
See y'all.
Bye-bye.
well, what were you gonna say,
Yeah,
Jeff?
okay.
What?
I don't
I
want
was gonna
Gee.
say see you Sunday, but Kristy won't be there, and so
Oh.
it's awkward then.
Well, I can
Um,
go and then you can say it if that's more comfortable for you.
Yeah,
Well,
could
no,
you?
no,
Because
Kristy, now you're invited.
you're really bringing the place down. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You're legally mandated to spectate now.
Yeah, you just like pop up in the chat.
Honestly, we could probably have you. I don't know if you're free, but
I can't play on Sundays.
okay.
So, well, you
It's
guys have
just-
fun.
Okay,
You boys enjoy yourselves.
you left
All right.
snacks out on the table.
Well,
I
Jamie's
did.
character is named Kristy now.
Oh God, I didn't even say how much I loved the snacks unification program.
Oh yeah.
It's such a good thing we're still recording. Thank goodness we have that information.
Yeah. It really brought the team together.
Yeah, without those snacks, there could have been bloodshed. You know,
The
Yeah.
Cool Ranch, it's for everybody, you know? They're like, what is the flavor? Nobody knows.
no, it's crunch.
Crunch.
Yes, yeah, yes.
As soon as Crunch gets home, he's gonna start his snack empire. No, it's called Crunch. You're saying it wrong.
It'll be science fiction's first evil snack empire.
Okay.
It's like-
well, that should do it. Nope.
Roasted nuts, but like, they're all flavored. Like you can't get like just a plain like regular one.
Yeah,
They're
no.
all flavored, and they're all like so covered in flavor. You get like Cheeto fingers.
No,
If you think
Like-
you're just getting a nacho cheese, you're dead fucking wrong.
Right.
If you're expecting Fritos, look elsewhere.
But there's also like an addictive substance in there. So even though you don't really like it, you keep eating them and you don't know why.
Ah, so meth.
This just sounds like flavor blasted goldfish.
I wouldn't know. I've never had them. So
The secret ingredient.
It's super powdery, addictive, and not that great.
The secret ingredient is ketamine. So how about them Red Sox? I love sports ball. What's my favorite
Right.
team? Glad you asked. I love the Suck City Balls.
Yeah. I hear they score a lot.
Go Balls!
I love that hand motion with that.
No double dribbling. No, that's it's not allowed.
I think it's fucked up they made their uniforms blue.
Hmm.
I started scratching.